So this is my second vlog, swimming vlog, and what I'd like to address in this particular one is something I was looking for prior to going to the Masters meet. I looked on YouTube, I looked on several other places just to try and find some information on what to expect, and didn't find a lot. Basically, I found a little bit of information, written information, stuff like that, but I figured I'd make a video about it and explain it to anybody that's not familiar with the scenario and what to do when you get there, and put your mind at ease if you're thinking about doing your first master swim meet like I did not too long ago. Basically, two things I'd like to talk about are paperwork that you'll probably expect, and you probably look up just information that you'll probably get on the website or get at the meet or get the night before, and that is basically one of two things. You'll get a basic schedule of the events, and you'll get what's called a psych sheet and a heat sheet. The psych sheet will come out first. The psych sheet is basically a rundown of who you're going to be swimming against, therefore called a psych sheet. So to get you psyched up for an event, who you're looking at beating or who you're looking at swimming against. And I have one here. It's basically mine the other night. Let's see if you can see that there. Let's see. It compares my seed time with it puts me in the same heat as other swimmers and who I'm going to swim against, and how timing wise how I compare to those swimmers. And then the night before or the day of, you will get what's called a heat sheet, which is basically a piece of paper that tells you what heat and what lane you're going to be swimming in. So that's kind of the most important one to take into consideration, is to make sure you know when you're swimming, what lane you're swimming in. It does go pretty fast. Few little other tips and tricks I would say. Definitely stake out some area when you get there. So I felt quite comfortable leaving my stuff around there when I was warming up and stuff like that. The other thing is the warm-up. I expected it to be crowded, and it was, but it wasn't terrible. And as long as you know how to circle swim, which means up on the right, back on the right, in our case, as long as you know how to circle swim, you're going to get in there and get fine. I picked one that wasn't that crowded, and 2 or 3 people in, and it wasn't that bad. So I just hopped into one that I felt comfortable in and circle swim. Take a chance on the starting blocks. I hadn't been in a starting block in 30 years, so for me it was definitely needed some time to feel out, and also feel out where your heel rest is going to move up and down, and get an idea of how that works. Say that the turn, in my case, I had to go further than I thought I was going to have to go to get a decent turn. Even so, I didn't get a great turn on my 50, but I'm glad that I took the time. Other thing is make friends. I was lucky enough to meet David Guthrie, who is one of the master swimmers, the top master swimmers. He has several records in breaststroke, I believe, and so he was very kind and had something in common, so I just walked up and introduced myself to him. I would definitely take a couple towels. My first towel got soaked after getting in and out of the pool several times pretty darn quick. So I had a backup towel, and that was kind of my dry off my face and everything. The rest of the first towel could just dry off the basic, my suit and everything like that. So definitely take a couple towels for sure. Say maybe a mat would be a good idea. In my case, I was on the bleachers, so I really didn't have a place to lay down a mat, but I did see several people who had like yoga mats or something that they were using to stretch out, and even on the, in a corner somewhere, the mat made a good kind of space area for you to put your stuff around. I actually didn't eat that much during the event, probably just because it was my first time and stuff like that, but definitely bring some snacks, and just individual snacks, nuts and stuff like that did me well. A couple Kind bars were nice. The other thing is keep an eye on how fast things are moving. I can tell you that that the 50s in my case ran extremely fast, a lot faster than I thought they were going to run. So I got up to the blocks and I was looking around, looking left, looking right, looking for people, trying to make sure I was in the right lane, right time. Luckily, everything worked out good for me. But I did see somebody jump on the blocks last minute, and they had to actually call everybody to stand up before they let them swim. So anyway, definitely pay attention. Those 50s go really fast. But they also don't forget to take pictures. In my case, I took a camera. So I didn't take a lot of photos, but I did take a few, and hopefully I'll put those in some kind of video as well. But it was a good time, so it's definitely something you want to remember. So make sure you take plenty of photos, or camera, or video camera, or whatever. Maybe even take, in my case, I was lucky enough to have someone take some photos or some video of me swimming while I was from the stands, which was really needed that for the video that I did. The other thing is have fun. I mean, take time to meet people, take time to enjoy yourself and be in the moment for sure. That's definitely something I would suggest. One last thing I would say, I definitely thought twice about it, but I definitely did it, and I'm glad I did it, is buy the t-shirt. It was definitely worth it. Something to remember it by, just like your photos. So, all right, we'll see you soon.